Ah, do you smell that? It's the faint, sweet scent of the Australian Constitution actually doing its job. Phew, what a relief. The Court of Appeal has just taken Chris Minns' draconian anti-process laws and tossed them where they belong, in the bin. In a massive win for common sense, Chief Justice Andrew Bell ruled that the government's public assembly restrictions declarations were an unconstitutional and impermissible burden on the freedom of our political constitution. Now remember the context here. These laws were rushed through after the tragic Bondi attacks in December, ostensibly to protect social cohesion. It shouldn't need spelling out, but the tragedy was not the result of a protest. But as Michael West and the team at the Klaxon have been reporting, they were quickly turned into a blunt tool to pepper spray and arrest anyone who dared to voice a dissenting opinion. Most notably, during the visit of the Israeli president back in February. Chris Minns says he's obviously disappointed. He says he doesn't regret moving the legislation because of safety, but the court was pretty clear. You can't just give the police commissioner sweeping, indiscriminate powers to shut down the city whenever the executive branch feels a bit icky about a protest. It's a nice reminder that we aren't a military state just yet. Albo's out there announcing more billions of dollars being committed to defence, which makes you wonder what longer-term thinking planning might be going on behind the scenes. But at least the courts have stepped in to curb this step in that direction. Don't get me wrong, constant protests can be very disruptive and seriously annoying. But people are allowed to express an opinion. If a protest starts getting violent, then shut them down for actual crimes rather than simply disagreeing with what they are saying. It will be interesting to see if anything significant happens during this coming Sunday's event in Hyde Park. The Klaxon also reporting that a VIC scheme from 2018 allowing unlimited funds to the major parties was deemed unlawful and a federal level equivalent is being challenged. Remember, we vote for and employ the government to do what we want. They are and should be very much held accountable for conducting unsanctioned activities. So maybe we're not doing so well when our Premier thinks the Constitution is a tricky obstacle to be bypassed rather than the foundation of our democracy. What do you think? Should the government accept the defeat, or are they already drafting anti-protest laws 2.0? Let me know in the comments. Links below as usual, and thanks for watching.